So one of the core tenets of law of assumption and law of attraction and Neville Goddard teaching and all these new thought teachers and even the ancient ones like Hermes Trismegistus in the book The Kybalion is that the all is mind, the universe is mental. Now what does that mean? It means that mind dominates matter, or mind is over matter and not vice versa. But since this world is so real for us because it's created by the Most High, and some like in some teachings he's said to be the one who cannot be named, the God or whatever you want to call him, is created so perfectly that it's very real for us here in this realm. But even now, quantum physics is diving into the micro world of the smallest things in the existence, and it's beginning to see that it all collapses to mathematical probability and just energy, just wave function, meaning something exists and doesn't exist at the same time. As the famous experiment by Schrodinger, the cat is dead and alive at the same time. So it means is that this world is not solidly real. And why it is important to know? The reason why I want to talk about is because if this is real, it cannot be changed. If mind does not affect matter, then the law of assumption should not work. The law of attraction should not work. And this is the reason why it doesn't work for a lot of people who come to these teachings. And the reason it doesn't work for a lot of people is because they are still deeply rooted into the physicality of things, that like this is real, this is 100% physical, and so how in the hell is my mind gonna change anything? For example, uh, you go to the doctor and you're ill and they say you're terminally ill, there's nothing you can do about it, we have ran all the tests and you're done for, basically. And you go to another doctor, and because they are following a certain scientific principles, they're gonna come to the same conclusion in the physical world, that you are not gonna make it. But if mind over matter is true, there are so many case studies of people defying the odds and healing from some terminal illnesses, and doctors were like, how in the hell are you able to heal yourself? So this begs the question, is reality real or not? Because if it's solidly real, terminal illness should not be healed. If it's real, certain circumstances should not be changed, but they do change. And that is why I want to talk about this world being a dream in the mind of the all. This is one of the core tenets of the Hermetic teachings in the book The Kybalion. And Neville Goddard states that this is the world of the dead. By him saying that this is the world of the dead, he's trying to say that this world is dead, because this is the world of effects. It's not the cause. You are the cause. Your consciousness is the cause. You cause it to appear a certain way. And so even Neville when he says that this is the world of the dead, meaning everything dies here, nothing is eternal here, because this is the world of effects. It's being animated by the cause, which is consciousness, which is you, your mind. And so this is a dream in the mind of the all. And every single philosophical or spiritual teaching that you can take up, and it's gonna say in one way or another that this is not real, this is a temporary world, or world of the dead, or a dream in the mind of the all. So understanding the unreality of this world, it gives you power, because now you know that if it's not real and the cause doesn't lie in this world, then you can change it. But if you give this world legitimacy, it being real, physical, then you can't change it. And if you hold this belief long enough, you will have an experience of full of limitations, and law of assumption and law of attraction will not work for you. Because if we are rooted in deeply into physically into this world, then how can you change a terminal illness? Or how can you, for example, you have been brought up in a poor family and your circumstances are miserable and you can't see a way out, And so you cannot change your state, because you will end up believing that this is the cards that I've been dealt with, and this is a physical world. I have to work hard or do something drastic, and it seems impossible for me to become, you know, rich. And so all this to say is that this is an experience of the mind. This is a perceived reality. And if it was real, it would not be perceived reality, and mind would not dictate matter, and then we would just live life that was given to us and the circumstances that were being manipulated by a higher deity. And then it would all be scripted. That was the point, right? But Neville Goddard has proven to us time and time again, and once you apply the law of assumption with an open mind, realizing this deep concept that the all is mind, the universe is mental, this is not a definite, physical, unchanging world, then you realize that you have the power. Mind can change matter. And so then when you apply the law of assumption and law of attraction, it does work. It works wonderfully. And all the limitations slowly are lifted off of you. I'm not gonna say that it's like immediately you become God or something, because this is a human experience. And we are here to learn limitations of what it is like to be a man. As Neville Goddard says, God became man, so man may become God. So the point is not for us to become God-like here. God has created everything, and God has created everything to live life and see things from a different perspective. If you're an unlimited creator, you're gonna create things and you're gonna live a life from different perspectives, and that's what's happening. So once you understand that this reality is malleable by the mind, then you are free. It sets you free. You shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. This is why Neville Goddard's work is extremely redeeming, because it sets you free from external tyranny of others and circumstances, and things that are seemingly not in your control. Because then the concept of changing one's conditions does not exist, because you would be doomed to the cards that you have been dealt with. So circumstances do not matter, because circumstances are not real. Because this life is just a projection of your consciousness that is lended by God to you. So you are experiencing this life from a certain unique perspective, and you are adding on to the knowledge of the universe, the all. And you have been given the responsibility of choosing your experience. And a lot of people do not like it, because they don't want the responsibility of making choices and applying imagination and controlling their mental chatter and mental talking and inner talking. And so they just blame it on whatever, God, government, everything externally. But I would like to tell you the truth and perhaps set you free. And that's what I'm trying to do for myself more so each day as well. And it's not like once this human experience is very elusive and deep, and we forget every single day when we wake up that we can control our lives. So we go back into the limiting beliefs of being a human. And we have to remind ourselves every single day that the all is mind, the universe is mental. An assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact, and we can change our life with the law of assumption. So I guess the point that I wanted to make in this video is that reality is subjective only to a person who understands that this is not real. But a person who thinks that this world is real and objective, everything is objectively solid and cannot be changed, this person will not be able to apply the law of assumption successfully. It's in the definition, right? An assumption, though false if persisted in, will harden into fact. Well, whose assumption? It's your assumption. So if you don't even believe that your assumption can change something, that then you are giving reality to the objective world as being real, the external world, and then it's gonna stay that way. So this is a very nuanced subject point, and it still haunts me to this day. This is why I wanted to talk about it, because even now uh, I still fall for the illusions of this world, and some things appear that I want to change, but I feel like, oh, it's not gonna be changed, and blah blah blah, and the human limitations, and I get lost in it. And then somehow I remind myself that the all is mind, the universe is mental. I do have power here, and I can change things. And then I apply the law of assumption, and more often than not, I'm successful. But I'm not gonna claim here that I have mastered the law of assumption or law of attraction. I still make a lot of mistakes, but whenever I decide that I'm gonna apply the law for something and I stick to it, I persist, I more often than not become successful. So this is what I wanted to talk about, and I hope this helps. Until next time, bye bye.